Hi, Brett. Thank you for coming. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Liliveth Tate channel. How's everybody in the world today, tonight, afternoon, in your time? So, today is June 14, 2025. So, it's 12 midnight talk and my channel. So, before that, I would like to make a love shout to all my members, viewers, subscribers, new subscribers who subscribe my channel. Thank you so much, guys. So, sorry if I'm not really into this a few weeks ago because, I have so many things that I have to um, prioritize. But when it comes to my live streaming 12 midnight, I'm free. Okay, so and we can talk anything like the world, what's going on in our world, what's going on our mother earth, or what's happening in your country right now. And same thing here in the Philippines. There's so many issues that we need to share our opinion, but we don't really talk into a deep conversation. We just share our opinion, what's going on, and what's the good thing that people can do. All right. And Akash, what? Where are you from? How are you, my brother Brett? It's long time that you're. I see your face. I see your name here. India. Oh, I was watching the news a while ago that the airlines the, that crashed on the building in India. I forgot the airlines, but the who made the airplane was Boeing. So I'm sure that there's still Filipino casualties that also, and then the building that the plane crashed. There's a lot of people died also, and some of people they have a hard time to identify because they totally burn. Oh yeah, Brian Wilson. Oh my goodness. And yeah, so that's the thing that no matter what, if it's your time, it's your time. So guys, just let me know, guys, if my signal is good or my audio is kind of a choppy. So just let me know. And for those new to my channel, don't forget to write it down at the end of your comment which country you're from or what city you're from. And I will acknowledge your country at the same time your city. Jewel Finest. Jewel's Finest. Where are you from, Jewel Finest? Are you Filipino? Are you European? Are you American? And don't forget to give me a thumbs up, okay? So 8 million people just only want give me a thumbs up. I know that's you, Brett. And for those ones to ask question, feel free. And of course, for those ones to part of my LTC family, LTC friends, LTC supporters, and LTC team, don't hesitate to click that join button. And of course, for those want to say, oh, thank you very much. I love you too, brother. So let's talk about because um, I have a question for you, Britt. Uh, what states you from? Because the in LA, have you watched that in news that they have a curfew 8 p.m. from the Pearl of the Orient, okay, Philippines. In what part of the Philippines Joel's finest? Are you in Luzon? Are you in Mindanao or Visayas? Just let me know. And it's kind of a scary because they send the National Guard, sheriff, and then I saw some people ride on the horse. So how's the situation in Washington right now? Yeah, there's a lot of people go on the street to do rallies, and most of they have I saw on the local news here they shown, and also I'm watching CNN. Mexican people, okay, they raise their flag, and also in Texas. Ah, okay. Cavite. Which part of Cavite, Kuya? Cavite is a big, big district. Bacoor, Imos, Trias, Aguinaldo, Kawit. Anyway, yeah. And here also, there's a issue also here that about, the Vice President, Rua, Sara Duterte, uh, they start to, I think, the impeachment trial will start on July. Because, June, it's kind of, the time is short. So they have to proceed that for, July. People, those things should, well, that's the thing, guys, that, I'm not against America or United States, but there's a certain things that I don't really want. I don't really want to go there anymore. Okay, because two times that I was turned down. Even though I'm here in the Philippines, but when you go to the US embassy, you feel that you are in the part of United States because that's American soil. But I don't really want to do things to, well, before I would love. But I experienced that even though I'm here in the Philippines, I was discriminated. But we never know. We never know. Because there's no assurance, guys. There's no assurance. That's one thing, guys, that I would like to, if there's a politician that I can talk, that American people coming here in the Philippines, they just use their passport, no visa, they can stay here for tourist visa. And but we Filipino, we had a hard time, except for those people has money in the society, they can able to go or travel to the United States without giving them a hard time. Gus Sanders, hello, how are you doing? How is your house life treating you there? So for me, and still a lot of, it's still a lot of Filipino that think that United States is the, well, I'm not attacking personally you guys, especially for those living in America, but when you look at the situation now, it's kind of a hard for Asian people go to the United States, all right? Especially now that, the president, now that they really look into the very strict when it comes to immigration thing. So, if you want to go to America, make sure that you have legal documents, all right? Because some people, not only Asian people, and some Asian or other race, they also harassed even though they have legal documentation. So the best thing that you can do every time you go outside, bring your your green card or your tourist visa so that you will safe. Okay, because I saw on the CNN, guys, there's a there's a family. Their dad was arrested going back to I don't know what country is that. And then there's a wife and a son crying because they know that their the husband and the father of this son was arrested by the ICE, and they have portable jail. And I can hear what some people say, they cannot breathe. And I saw that ICE officer, they just drag people that they arrested. It's kind of a scary. Okay, Cisco International, good evening. Ay, good morning pala. How are you, Cisco? Okay, let me read some of your comment. Washington is good. Yeah, good that you don't really experience things that like in LA a few months ago it happens also in I don't know what's city in California, but not LA. Okay? But now it happens in LA and then Texas. The news make it worse too. That's one reason I don't watch local or cable news. But like I said, Brett, that I'm not really the type of person that believe what I see online. Okay, so that's why there's so many things that people have option. There's a newspapers, there's a on YouTube or on the news. So you have to analyze, you have to comprehend what's going on. But not all the news that we watch it's fake news. And you can really tell because here's my thing. Those people on the street, they don't have a do such thing like that just to catch attention for people. Also they seeking justice also because look, and when I watch news, and there's two nannies was arrested, and they earned a park. Okay, the ICE officer, the two nannies arrested, and what happened to these kids that they are take care of? Their employer have no idea what's going on in their worker. It's suddenly so. For me, it's just like sometimes there has a due process for that. Why then have to go to their employer and ask the information towards this two nannies that they arrested? So what the safety of the two kids that they left on the park is scary because anyone can kidnap the kids. Nobody look out for them because the people who take care or look out for them was arrested. So it's kind of a scary, guys. It's kind of a scary. Himalata, hello. Thank you for coming, Himalata. Good evening and good morning to you. I never really liked California. Well, California is, I can see California, there's a bunch. There's a bunch of Filipino uh, family there. Uh, California, Texas, and Florida. So what city are you from, Cisco, in California? Are you in LA? Because they have curfew. Coal is really expensive to live in too. Average house price is 190K, higher than average price. The rent cost is also $770 a month. Higher is the Cali than the my God. There's a ghost. Hi Bob, good morning. Your asawa. No worries here, Miss Lil. I sent my asawa to North Korea. All right. Yeah, that's what I noticed also, that the cost of living in California, it's kind of a pricey. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of tension. Okay, so here's the thing, guys, that the problem here, once there's something not going right, doing right in the States, there's a big problem here. The dollars goes down. All right, the dollars goes down, and uh, and I want, oh my god, that's why I don't really want to, but I have to, guys, I have to know what's going on in the States, all right, and what's going on also in my country, in other country. And I saw also the news that, the the general of Iran was killed by, Israel soldier. So, and then when I watch local news, my God, here in the Philippines, that's why, I just watch news so that I'm aware also what's going on in the country, my country and other country. And I watch, local news, killing, rape, my goodness, what's going on in the world. And I thought, that's why, um oh, thank you so much. Hi, MP. Hello, how are you? Kamusta? What's going on there? That's why, guys, the thing that we people now, that I don't know, not only, no, I'm just be honest what's going on, because I don't want some other Western people think that Philippines is, it's a crime free. Okay, there's a lot of crime that they don't really tell, okay. And then, it's very common for me to hear the local news there that, the stepdaughter was raped by the stepdad, or the mother was bitten by her own son, something like that. What's going on in the world today? It's kind of a scary, guys. And some people, like, in cops. Hi, Cher, hello. Like, some people involved, like in military, they involved with doing illegal thing, like police. And then I don't really understand why they have to gamble their job for lifetime. It's just like for the quick money. And then they think once the government knows that they involved, the government will never stop until the government will seek justice for those victims. And I don't understand, actually. Last week, okay, my sister, because, my youngest sister, oh, she's very career oriented, all right? She's a policewoman, okay, but she's on the, bossy, no, she's the head, okay. And at the same time, she's study hard for for this coming bar exam, because she already graduated from law school, but she has to take bar exam so that, certified, and she become a lawyer. So, and I asked her, why does military and involved of doing this, that they know, especially here in the Philippines, when you apply for, armed forces of the Philippines, it's a long process of training. Not only training, but you have to study, okay? And then it's easy for them, to involve of doing drug thing. And then my sister, you know what? She said that, they don't really value their job or their career. They want easy money because this kind of people has so many um bisyo. I don't know what's bisyo. I don't know what's in English. I try to bisyo means uh like they have so many chicks. They love to do like nightlife. That's kind of, bisyo. That's I don't know. Share what's bisyo in English. Let me check what bisyo. So yeah, it's kind of a, the word starts to become instead, because here's my thing, guys, that we are now in a modern type of society, and we must be people, we must be become intellectual, become smart, because we have easy for us, to do such things, like, before, you cannot go on your phone, and I have so many stuff that I learned from now, that I want to know the history, and it's my honor and my privilege, we have Google and internet thing, because it's easy. But now it's easy for us, but people start, so sorry my words, but we don't really use our brain, to do a good thing for ourselves, for our country, and for people, and for our system. People starts to become greed, all right, and we become selfish. I'm not saying all, but majority of people start to become greed and selfish. They don't want to share knowledge, how to educate ourselves, how to teach ourselves. We don't. So guys, you must be thankful for those people who wants to share, to educate yourself, to teach yourself. Okay? Grab that opportunity if somebody will share that knowledge for you. Because now, this kind of, actually, we have so much stuff. You don't need, okay, because, here's the thing, guys, that self-study is the best thing that you can do, okay? If you don't know, it's easy for you to go on Google and research. And the answer is there. All you have to do is just read and research. Research things that you want to know. But now, we don't do that. Especially, particularly in YouTube. A lot of us instead spread the virus of kindness, compassion. People spread bad thing, toxicity, okay, that they doing, like bully a person, and they never they never they don't really look at their self. Is your life is better than the person that you bully? Is this the good life that you have? Because here's the thing, guys, that I noticed that those people love to bully love to degrade people. They are the one are not successful in life. They are unhappy in life. All right. I don't know for those right now who's watching right now. It's up to you if you want to agree on my opinion about that. But that's how I look people because it's just like in a relationship. I can relax now. Mrs. is home for her work. Okay, that's good. And that's a good thing, that's a good thing, Bob, that um your wife, she's what do you call that? Multitask. And she knows what's going on there if in case, she knows how to if something we never know. If something that somebody will harass her, she can uh, depends herself. Okay, so that's a good thing. That's advantage in your asawa. Okay, but that's I uh, 2 days ago we just talked about that Frank told me what will happen. He's very curious. What's my what's my what I'm gonna do if something happened, if that's what happened to him. Okay, let's gonna reverse the situation. If that's but I explained to him, I don't think so because unless that the president will change the constitutional law here in the Philippines, it might possible that happen to you. But as long as the president will not change the law, you're free. You're safe here in the Philippines unless if there's a president that wants to change that and wants all the Western people will eliminate, so it's possible. But I don't really want to sit down and just let him go. Of course I want to know what's the reason why you arrest this, why you arrested my husband. And that's the time that I have to think, I have to fight for my right, the right of my husband living here in the Philippines. But for me, I tell to Frank that no, it's not, because tourists coming here in the Philippines, it's a big help to boost our economy here in the Philippines. So I don't think that the government will do same thing in the States. All right? We don't. Because unless that Western people that it's not the thing that Western people coming here, if they just follow the law, everything is okay, everything is safe. But all you have to do, just be aware what's going on your environment. Don't very confident that nothing happens to you. You have to aware also what's going on those people that you meet. All right, so that's kind of a scary. Okay, because Frank told me, yeah, it's a good thing that we're still here in the Philippines. Because, like example, if I'm there in the States, even though I have a legal documentation, anytime that ICE will arrest me, especially if I go to the store and buy something, okay, even though that I have documentation, but there's still, and it's suddenly they don't really want to wait for that and do something like go to court and straight deport back to Philippines, and I will bond for the rest of my life. Okay, so that's the thing, that it's kind of a scary. But I don't really want to happen that here. Okay, but sometimes we have to think in advance for that kind of situation. And that's why, guys, that's why for those Filipino guys, for those Filipino, because even though that the issue in West Philippine Sea, it's 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 not a hot issue. It's not a hot issue now because the hot issue now about the former president Rodrigo Duterte was arrested by the ICC, and he was still there in Hague. And then the daughter was the one who do something to her father, will bring home. Okay, but let's see, because they gonna try to impeach her on the, I think, July. So the issue now of West Philippine Sea is not really as like last year. It's hot. Now the issue is about the case of former President Rodrigo Duterte was arrested by the ICC. But that's the one thing, guys, that we people, especially Filipino guys, okay, don't fall for those material thing. Okay, don't fall for those material thing. If there's a chance, okay, get your passport, my people, men and women, young or old. If you have no passport, try to get your passport. We never know. We never know. And then if you have money, don't spend your money to the mall. Don't invest your money to the mall. Okay? Because the mall, especially if December, they just create things just to get the money that you have in your hand. All right? So, our country or in other countries is not really, I don't know, it's not really safe to stay. But if you have money and you have savings, anytime you can save your life. Okay, this is one thing that I mentioned this. This is what happened in Germany. Those rich Jewish people, they save their money, they send their family to the United States or other country that Jewish people are welcome to stay in their country. But for those less Jewish people, they will what do you call that, in a gas chamber, and some was killed because they think it will never happen to them. But look, it happened. So we have to learn from other country history. For me, history is very important, guys. Especially here in the Philippines, guys. We have history about also the Japanese. Okay, I remember that we have friend, Mr. Uchida, but he's so nice to us. I remember when my mom told us, oh, I'm not saying all, this is what our Filipino impression towards Japanese people, but now it's kind of it changed. Okay, it changed. But after the World War II, and our ancestor teach us. Okay, so my parents, they teach their grandma or their mother, don't really trust Japanese people because they are traitor. But in fairness, I meet Mr. Uchida. He's so nice to us. But not all. It's just like, they learn from the history that, don't really trust them. But, this is the thing that when it comes to Japanese people, once they drop their promise, they keep it. Okay? That's the best personality that you can ever had to a Japanese people. Once they drop their promise, they keep it. But, well, I told my mom, that's, long time ago. And then, just like, United States and, in Japan. Because Japanese bomb the Pearl Harbor. Okay, but it's just like, there's a reconciliation, same with, with Filipino and Japanese. But you cannot really, for those Filipino that experience about what the Japanese people done to our people, the trauma is in there. All right, the trauma, especially for those comfort women that until now they're seeking for justice. And yeah, they have once they say that, okay, they keep it. Like I said, if they say something, they keep it. Yeah, I think that's, that I remember my grandpa, because he was, during that time, my grandpa during the World War II. uh it's not police now. The equivalent now is, like PNP, Philippine National Police. I try to remember the term that they use that. Okay. Hi, Michael. Hello. How are you? Are you ready to coming here in the Philippines? It's not summer. It's rainy season. It's not hot. I remember my grandpa, but we learn things that, the only thing that you can trust is yourself. Okay, you can talk to other people, but you don't have to, sometimes this is one thing that it really messed up, because we cannot really give ourselves, to believe. Okay, you know lack of confidence for ourselves. So that's why it's easy for us to believe people, like, especially for those people are controversial, con confident people. It's easy for them, especially when they know that there's something, a aura on you, that, it's easy for you, to con them. They good making words that you will believe them, that you will trust, which is not right. Okay, so that's the thing, that we people, we don't really trust the person unless that he or she's real. Okay, because a lot of us think that this person is real, but behind of their skull, they are not. So that's one thing that, in fairness, that, I meet some, Japanese people. They are nice, but you have to be aware of, don't really trust right away. Take your time to know that person before you give them credit, to trust them. Okay, I'm not saying only Japanese people. All right, any of you or anyone wants to be friend on you, don't trust right away. Give them chance, to know you, and you give your time yourselves to know them. All right. I'm still in the dream state. Why? Michael naman. Bakit? Why dream? So this is the nice, month, to visit Philippines, because it's not really hot, unlike, my goodness, a few months ago it's kind of a hot. But now it starts to rainy. But the only problem that you will experience if it's rainy season here, Michael, is flood and then landslide. Because when I watch, a local news, oh my goodness, way back 1970s, 80s, okay, early 90s, the only problem that people can have living in the city, especially here in Metro Manila, because it's given that we experience flood different cities here in Metro Manila, but now it's no longer that. Even outside Metro Manila or in the countryside, it's flood. If it's a flood, but the landslide, but in Davao, majority majority of calamity that people experience this is landslide, especially in uh, far from Metro Davao. Landslide. I think the Mount Diwalwal, because that's a mining, a gold mining. I think that's in Davao. I don't know what's in Davao del Norte or Davao del Sur, but that's in Davao, Mount Diwalwal. Yes. So that's the thing. But here in my place, I was so blessed that my place was safe for flood. But there's a certain area here that like um and SM Sukat, it's flood. The water goes inside the mall. If it's 3 to 4 hours that heavy rain, the water goes inside. Because I think the problem here, guys, is the drainage system is barado or clogged. And of course, some of my people, they don't know how to uh, throw their garbage in a proper disposal. Okay? That's the problem. Tapon-tapon, basura mo babalik sa'yo. Okay? That's the problem. And of course, I do believe, the climate change, it's really affect our uh, world. The soil on the mountains slide in soft volcanic ash. It does not compact well. Actually, in Mount Taal here, it's near to Batangas. That's in Batangas, or it's in the area of Cavite. My sister told me that the before they said that the Mount Taal is not active. No, it's active. So that's one thing that, oh my goodness, here in the Philippines, if it's summer, we experience earthquake. If it's not earthquake, if it's summer, that's earthquake. And guys, for those ones to come here in the Philippines to buy land, make sure that the area of that land is fault line safe. Okay, because majority here, there's there's a fault line. So you don't have to build a house that if there's a fault line, it's prone that you will, your house or building will destroy for the fault line. So you have to aware of that, the fault line and the flood. But I will tell you guys, Marikina City, Malabon City, that's, well, Caloocan, it's near to Malabon. That's the city that, oh my goodness, guys, the water. If you're not aware of, all your stuff well floating. Because I remember, my sister, but they are, their house is, you know, uh, third floor. But on the highest, the highest, the upper part of Malabon, all right? But if it's the rain is heavy in the water because it's near to the, it's near to the coastal, even, in their gate, it's the water is still there. But unlike, some people that, it's over on the roof, that's kind of scary, all right? So Marikina also, it's near to the river, because Marikina River and then Pasig River is connected. So that's, that's the, the exit of two rivers, Marikina River and Pasig River. Once it's flooded, one it's raining, oh, all the peoples there are, before, if it's 2 hours heavy rain, they already evacuate. Because if it's not, they will flush with water. So Marikina, Malabon, and Caloocan. So that's the three cities that if you want to find a place to live in Metro Manila, avoid that. Avoid that three cities. Marikina, Malabon, and Caloocan. Some area here it's flooded, but it's not as bad as Marikina, Malabon, and Caloocan. Marikina is in the south, and Malabon and Caloocan in the north area of Manila. Oh, thank you so much, Brett, for standby. Okay, so that's, that's one thing. Oh my God, what's going on in the world? It's kind of a scary. So yes, for those American people, save your money. All right. If you have no passport, get your passport. If something not right in your country, on your states, you have a chance to go to Europe, okay? Or go to Asia to save your life, to save your family. We never know, guys. We never know. Now it happens in California, city of LA, and go to Texas. We never know. So prepare your passport, because if you have passport and you have money, anytime you can leave the country and you can come back if everything is okay, everything is calm. Okay, I'm happy that Lily has a car, but I'm scared, to drive the car. Because, there's a lot of Filipino here, very cascasero. I don't have to ride the motorcycle in the rain. Yeah. Oh my goodness, guys, when Wednesday, guys, oh my goodness, we just go on the, because here's the thing, guys, the motorcycle here, they don't have a patient. They cannot wait. Okay, they have a weight problem. And then, the car try to go on the center, because he did that car is cross, the line. And then, well, it's just like the Lala move. That's it's like Lala move, that's mean in faster, in Chinese. That's a rider, they can deliver food, documents, or personal belonging. Oh my goodness, just small like that. So good thing that, the driver move the steering wheel on the right side. If not, my goodness, he will fly over the car. My goodness. So Frank avoid that, but he's just so confident. He's on the left side of Frank, and then let Frank pass him. But try to. I just say something, inside, inside the car. Good thing nobody heard me, because I just say the thing. Oh my goodness, no wonder every day here in Metro Manila, every hour there's a motorcycle accident because of this, you know, Filipino driver. Here's the thing, guys. We have so many good driver here. Good driver. Very good driver. But when it comes to rules of the road, guys, they don't know. And now we have, uh, and NCAP. No comprehension. No, wait. No, no. What's the NCAP? No. Something. Wait, hold on. It's just like no enforcers, but all you have to, just like American style, guys, that no enforcers, duty on the street, only camera. Do like that. And they have a radar, for overspeeding. And they have to look at, what's the violation of this motorist, or, the drivers. And they will send a ticket, American style. Because majority of, no contact comprehension. No contact. No contact comprehension? No. Sounds like that. And now, there's before, there's a bike lane, motorcycle lane, car, or truck, bus. So now you cannot really, if there's a in-cup, you cannot pass on the motorcycle lane. You will get ticket for that. Before, on the motorcycle lane, cars, truck can pass. Okay? Supposedly, that's only for the motorcycle lane. But there's a car, truck, and trailer truck. But now they cannot do that, because you know what, guys? If they could doing that, they will pay about $100 USD, or equivalent to 5,000 Philippine peso. So very careful now, very careful. But it's still like, I hope that one day the LTO will, LTO, that's DMV in the States. LTO stands for Land Transportation Office. That's the equivalent in the States is DMV. That they have to aware of, the rules of the road. Majority here, majority here Filipino drivers, trikes, motorcycle, cars, once they turn to the left, or turn to the right, they don't really on the signal light. And some of, they don't have a back signal light. Just only one. The other one is, the other signal light is blind. So if it's during the night time, it's kind of prone of accident. So that's the thing, guys. So you must be aware of what's going on here in the Philippines, guys, when it comes to driving. So aware of that. Okay, if you want to buy a car here, so put a lot of patience on yourself, okay? Or else you might get high blood. Especially for those riders. Because that's what happened to Frank. But it's a good thing that it don't really bother him because we're inside a car. He feels cool. He don't want to smoke all the smoke from the motorcycle. All right. Mondahe. Hello from India. Hello people in India. Hello. So what else? It's kind of scary, guys. That's why well, I tried not to be scared about what's going on the street. Because sometimes, it's just like that. If you're not really good of holding the steering wheel, you might bump. If it's not, because if you're in that situation, they're gonna blame that it's your fault. Where are you from? I'm from Manila, Philippines. Do you know what's happening about the a few days ago that the airlines was crushed? So do you know how many people? Because I saw that there's a lot of people also in the hospital was wounded, but the casualties that they mentioned 200, but it's not yet over. There's still a lot of people that they cannot really identify because their body is totally burned. Oh, really? Oh, there's a lot of Indian people here. You know what their business? 5-6. You know what's 5-6? Okay. Example, I borrowed like 500 pesos. So I have to pay them 600. 100 pesos the interest for 1 month. So we call that 5-6. Or before you borrowed money from them, you have to buy their products. Like they have so many products that they sell. Like yes, that's Lindy. Like you can, they have selling like uh, gas burner, like anything like towel, water jug, okay? And then they let you borrow money from them or lending. I don't know what is 5-6. Can you tell me? Yeah, 5-6, like example, if they gonna borrow money, I already explained. If like example, if I borrow money from the Indian people that has business lending, okay, like 500 pesos. After 1 month, I have to pay that 600. So the interest rates is 10%. So I have to pay instead of 500 pesos, I have to pay after 1 month 600 pesos. But before that, I have to buy their products, whatever products that they sell. Oh yeah, Bob, the one that what happened in cross in India a few days ago was Boeing. So there's a lot of Indian people here. They become rich of doing that. They're very, or sometimes some people, some Filipino, they cannot really, you can pay the interest every day, weekly or monthly. So most of people, they just want to, like if they do like business, like food business, like street food, they take the interest every day. So they're very patient to do that, but some people they just want to weekly or monthly. And there's a lot of Indian people here that sometimes they become rich of doing that. Yeah, because when I read about the news that Bob, that two times happened that in India. And then and I mentioned Frank. Oh, this is the company that Bob was working before, the Boeing. Do you have any plans to visit India? I would love to, but I don't have family in India. No, I never visited. I never went outside the country. I'm s- I did not. I did not travel outside the country because I want to explore Philippines first before I go to other country. Someone from Instagram showing that the airplane was already defected. The aircon is not working, even the TV and the seats not working. Oh, that's a big explanation. Yes, I told you it was a pilot error. Oh, okay. It's too hot in India according to my Indian friends. Yeah. No worries, just message me before visiting. I would like to give you a tour in India. He's told the airplane no flaps and gear down. He's told it. Do you have have you visited Philippines here? Reba Dolly. Hello, sister. Hi, Reba. Hello. How are you? Thank you for coming, Reba. Oh, thank you very much. But you know what? To be honest with you, Reba, I don't really, well, I much appreciated because you say that to me. But for me, it's just like, I'm just a normal person, not pretty. What's the video? He did not extend the flops and waited too long to bring up the landing gear and stalled the plane. Because here's the plane was crashed on the building, so meaning the runway is quite far from the right. Ah, okay. You know what? There's a lot of Indian pilot here living here in my place share. Indian pilot. There's a lot of Indian living here. Well, Frank can fly, can fly helicopter. I'm living here in the Philippines. Bapi Shi, where are you from, Bapi Shield? Bapi Shield. Where are you from? Red, red wine. Manila, Philippines. Looking gorgeous. Oh, baby. Looking gorgeous. Bapi Shell. Where are you from, Bapi Shell? Oh, okay. So, because, the black box, all the details is in there. Sure. Baka, isa to si ano. Who are you? Where are you from? Are you from Italy? Are you from Italia? Are you from Belgium? Who are you? Bapi Shell. Of course, I'm happy because I have, Brett, you know who's Bapi Shell? You know him? Hindi yan si ano, Cher? Hindi yan si Abnoy? Wala yan. So, now there's so many disaster. May isa dito, oh, may isa. Who's this? Mimet. Where are you from, Mimet? What do you mean, Bob? We know the pilot was stoned by Turkey. Yeah. Okay. Did you give me a thumbs up, Mimet? From Turkey. Yeah. Merhaba. El Ventor. Where are you from, El Ventor? Hi! Iwayway natin ang ating buhok. From Mexico! Oh my goodness. Hola, hola! Buenas, buenas, buenas. What time is there in Mexico? Ah, buenas tardes. Well, I was watching, on the Metro channel. Mehmet. Oh yeah, thank you very much for telling me that I'm beautiful. Well, they said Filipino women are Oh sure. No problem. Sure. You can speak Turkish. Is that true that actually uh I'm just curious to know why the Turkey changed the name of Turkey. Because Turkey, that's the original name of your country. Why did it change into Turkey? Oh yes, correct, Bob. Correct. Filipina has an exotic beauty. Exotic beauty. Kamay sa baba. I was shocked, guys. I have two nieces. When I left 2000, when I visit my hometown, so they were grade school, okay? I think grade 5, 2019. Just, just a week ago, they visited here, but, after 6 years, my goodness, I was shocked, guys. They're taller than me. And I can see the other one. Oh, you look so pretty, my goodness. I was shocked. So watch out, guys, with, my short video, guys, about, family bonding. But, for those members, you can watch, we have so much fun when, my sister visited here. Because my two younger sister visited. I'm the older sister, so I have six six older sister. So from start on me, I have two younger sister. They visited here with my niece. Oh my goodness, I was shocked. They're big and tall. So watch out for that, guys. I have some picture of my niece and my sisters. And you know what? When I look at my sister, my next, because we're 9 girls, guys. We're 9 girls. I'm the seventh child. And then, when I saw my other sister, supposedly, she looked younger than me, but I can see that, she's a bit, maybe because, she has a shorter, or yeah, she has a lot of, of hard life. Pretty and smart and thrifty. You know what, Bob? Sometimes I don't want to become thrifty, or we call that frugal or what. Because sometimes Frank doesn't like me, because when I saw something, oh wait, I cannot really, especially if it's over my limit, my budget. I have to tell him, wait a minute, like we're looking for the uh, washer pressure for my car. And then we go to Ace Hardware, the portable. It's kind of a pricey. And then, I told him, let's see how much in online, same brand. I don't really want to get that, because, if it's, the price is just small, we go to Ace Hardware. But, if the price I told him, but we can save 1,000 or more than that. So sometimes I hit the word sayang, sayang, but sometimes I have to stop saying sayang. Yeah, I'm so surprised. My goodness, time moves so fast, and they're so tall and big. But I have a good time with my two nieces. You know what Bob's friend told me? Sweetheart, stop saying that. Masyadong mahal. Mahal means love. And the other mahal is pricey. Of course, Bob, the discount is always, it's always in my mind. So I don't really want, like we go to a shopping, sometimes I use the juice strategy. Okay? I have money in my pocket, left and right. And in the like I buy Almares. So the Almares is, the price is 300 300 pesos. And then I go to the other side of the store, and then I told Frank, it's still the same, 300 pesos. And then Frank told me, use the juice strategy. All right. So in my other pocket, I have 300. In my other pocket, I have uh, how much I bought that Almaris. 180. Okay. Because that time, the sale was so, just a few people buy on their stuff, the souvenir stuff. So their item is made of wood. They have plates. They have a mug made of wood. And then they asked, how much is this? He said, 300 pesos. And then I just look around. And then, oh, I have money here in my pocket, 180. I will buy this if you take this 180. And then the daughter, because that's father and daughter. She said, "Oh no, we cannot. Oh, we can give you 250." But I told her, "Oh, sorry, there's only 180 my money." But I don't show the 300 pesos. And then the father, and then suddenly the father, okay, and the father heard me that, oh, sorry, just only 180 my money here. And then the father, and then coming close to me, and then he told me, which one you like. He told me which one you like, and then I told him, oh, I like this. I like this, the mahogany color. And then I gave it to him, the 180. See? That's, I use the juice strategy. Okay? But if they don't want to give it, then fine. But I told Frank, yeah, I don't think that, he can still, he can still have profit for 180 because the items that they got is wholesale. Okay, not retail. So he still has profit for that. So when I go to, like, flea market, or sometimes, kadiwa market or farmers market, I always use the juice style of dealing with uh, vendors. So I got it. So that's the thing that that's why Adolf Hitler was so mad of those people, because he can't get the money of those people, because they're very good of dealing when it comes to money. So I use, sometimes I don't use the juice style because I can see that those people, they need that. Still, still my, my good heart is still, I still have that. So sometimes I give consideration when I go to the market, guys, and I saw especially the vendors. That's why I don't really want to go to those, to those vendors selling, selling like kakanin, kakanin Filipino, like Filipino, what do you call it, kakanin, Filipino food, like, you can eat that for dessert or breakfast or lunch. That's why I don't really want to, I don't really want to look around. When I go to the market, I just go straight, because when I saw some old woman selling that food, even though I don't want, I don't want to buy, I don't want to buy food. I have to buy because I can see. But sometimes I'm thinking, why these people to, why these people allow their mother, or, their, their grandma selling this, that I'm sure they have family on that, that younger than her or younger than him. And one time, guys, when I went to a market, I saw the old woman that, like, she was in her 70s, and she's selling suman, just like the suman is just like, sticky rice with coconut milk, sugar, and wrapped with, with a coconut leaves. Even though I don't want to, I don't want to eat that, but, I just gave her 40 pesos. And then I asked her, how much is this, Lola? And then she said 40 pesos. I gave it, I gave it 40 pesos. But you know what, guys? She refused to get the, the 40 pesos that I gave it to her. But, my strategy is, Lola, I just bought this, so that you can go home. Because look, it's kind of a, it's kind of a sunny for you. And then, just bring this and eat. And you can buy coffee for this. And then that's the time that, she just, okay, thank you so much. And that's why, guys, I don't really want to go on that, because, sometimes I don't want to buy stuff, but, I just have, a good heart to remember that, what if that's my mother? What if that's my, my grandma? But actually, my mother don't do that. But it's just like, to give consideration. Because sometimes, people, don't really understand about, they just want for, to have a side hustle, guys. Some, old women that they cannot really want to stay home. And I understand that because my mother, moms like that. They cannot stay home. They just get, uh, they get tired of just sitting or eating, so they have to go something so that they can able, to do things that they don't get tired of. So anyway, guys, I already reached, the 1 hour. So I just really thank you for your coming here, share, Bob, and MP, and of course Frank, and Mimet or El Ventor, okay, Riba, who else? Of course, Brett. So the sponsor of my show was Brett. So thank you so much, guys. So I won't stay long. So until next time. Uh, until next time, guys. My last, my last words before I gonna close this live streaming. Enjoy your life with your loved ones, with your wife, with your husband, with your boyfriend. Boyfriend, it doesn't mean that you have to find a lover. You can find a boyfriend as a friend. Okay? So enjoy the life together. And forget it, those people wants to bully you, ignore. Ignore. Don't give some attention to them because they are nothing. All right. So thank you so much, guys, and have a good day, have a good night, and have a good afternoon to everyone. So see you next time, huh? Bye.